Say good morning, everybody. It's Tyler over here at Old Guys Gaming, and we are back. And a lot of you may remember that I really started this channel by doing gear reviews back when we first started, and we're back to doing some gear reviews. Immediate disclaimer: you may hear problems with the audio today because it is extremely cold out here in West Texas. It's 13 degrees, it's snowing, the wind's blowing. Let me bring up the outside cam so you can see what I'm talking about. The last time I checked, it was 13 degrees and the wind chill was minus 3 degrees. The wind was blowing at 20 miles an hour. This is the lee side of the studio, but as you can see, even in the lee side, the limbs on the trees moving a little bit. On the north side of the trailer, the wind's still blowing 20 miles an hour, and it is cold, and this trailer is not insulated for them kind of temperatures. This is a hot climate, so it's not very well insulated. So you may hear my heaters and all that getting into the noise. I'm running RTX voice trying to remove background noise, and that may cause artifacting and stuff. And I apologize in advance, but that is what it is today. And today we are going to be talking about the AIDA UHD 100A and the AIDA HD 100A, and give you a little backstory about why we're talking about those. Back in the day when we started doing the gear reviews, we'd get a lot of complaints about the audio video production. Even though I am a professional audio video engineer, I didn't own a lot of the equipment that we got to use out on location. Most of the time it was a low budget production that just barely had enough to pay me to be there, and they either owned or rented the equipment, and we used whatever we had on that production, and then we never saw it again. And when it would get slow, I would come home and I'd buy a little piece of gear or something. I'd try to do a review on it, and it is what it is. That's how most of us start out. But most people would, if you go look at the comments of some of the old videos, they would really complain about the audio and stuff. And I don't blame them. It was bad, but it is what it is. And over the last 10 years, I've started accumulating some of the stuff that we actually use out in the field and trying to improve the quality of our content as well. Well, in 2019, I had to go set up a production studio in Portland, Oregon. And when I got home, COVID-19 had shut everything down. So I wasn't doing audio and video production anymore, and I didn't have much to do to occupy my time, so I started gaming. If you notice that there's a lot of gaming content up now, PUBG and stuff. Well, I had just acquired a new cinema camera, and wasn't any cinema work going on, so I pressed it into service on my live streams. Beautiful footage, just beautiful. However, that camera's not meant to be on 18 to 24 hours a day, and the display started acting up last month, and I sent it off to be repaired while it was still under warranty, and which led me back to the problem about a permanent solution here in the studio. I pressed one of my other old cameras into service on my live streams, and some of my followers were asking why the video wasn't looking quite as good as it had been, and I told them. And anyway, they ended up sending me the AIDA HD 100A, and they sent me a AIDA UHD 100A and some Fujinon lenses. And I'm glad they did, because I had been looking at these cameras as a permanent solution anyway, because what they are, they're POV cameras. They're meant for industrial or broadcasting environments where they're on 24/7 and all that. And I have to say, you can color me impressed. They do really good. They're not that big. Let me show you what they look like here if you haven't seen them. This is the AIDA HD 100A. It's just regular HD using the little kit lens, the 4mm kit lens that came on it when they sell them. And then this one right here is the AIDA UHD 100A that is 4K, and it has an optional Fujifilm lens on it. And as you can see, they're pretty well color matched. This is what the overhead looks like. Keep in mind that this overhead is in 1080p, and it's being upscaled to 4K in my recording software. So it might be a little soft, but it's still doing a pretty good job. And I think that when I get this lens on it, that'll take care of it and make it nice and sharp, even when I'm upscaling to 4K. But this is what the footage actually looks like in a studio environment, and I hope that helps. You can check back in the future, and I'll let you know if they're still working and if there's any problems with them and stuff like that. Are they worth the money? The AIDA HD 100A is $280 plus tax. The AIDA UHD 100A is $565 plus tax. And these lenses are about $90 a piece plus tax. So I'll include links in the video description below. And if you make a purchase of that link, we do make a small commission off the purchase. And that comes to help support the channel, and we appreciate it. However, my opinions on whether these cameras are worth the money or not, those are strictly my own. Nobody tells me what to say or do. I'm not being paid to make these videos. And anyway, I hope that helps. And you can check out my future live streams and stuff, and you'll see these cameras in action, because I use them every single day, live streaming PUBG. In fact, if you're into gaming, you can go check out PUBG's PGIS tournament that's going on this month. And if you pay close attention, you'll see these cameras in use as their POV cameras for their players, and they've got a bunch of them. Till next time, this is Vitaly over at Old Guys Gaming. Y'all stay safe, y'all stay warm, and I'm out of here.